All right, welcome to this full breakdown of the Freedom Path compensation plan, which I believe is one of the most modern compensation plans in the industry. And I've been in the industry for over 20 years. The reason I say that is because they found a way to make it extremely simple and at the same time extremely lucrative. A lot of times, compensation plans could be so confusing and complicated that it makes it tough for you and your people to move up and make more money because they're confused on what to do. And so we're going to do this breakdown in just a second. First, I want to share this disclaimer at the bottom of the screen. It says refer to the Freedom Path compensation plan for complete details. And the link to the full comp plan is actually in the description underneath this video. Examples are for illustration only and are not guarantees of income. Individual results will vary. So that's obviously like any company, but we just want to be clear up front. Plus, I'm going to be sharing some fun examples of what's possible with Freedom Path as we go. So let's get right into it. First thing I want to share with you is we have 5 different ways we can earn income. Direct commissions up front. So any enrollments or referrals you do this week, you get paid for next week. Then we have residual income that you get paid on the monthly payments for not only your customers, but it's also ways to earn residuals on your team's customers. And then we have 3 different bonuses you can earn as well. So we're going to break it all down right now. Let's go ahead and get into it. So every time you refer a customer to the Freedom Wealth membership and they pay $189 up front and then $99 a month, you get $75 in direct commission up front plus $29.70 per month residual income every month one of your personal customers makes a monthly payment. Now, let me share how that can scale when you get more than one customer. So every time you refer, let's just say in this example, 3 customers, you would make $226 in direct commissions, $89 a month residual commissions. But look at this thing at the top. It says product points. You get 1 product point every time you enroll a Freedom Wealth customer. So that's also 3 points. And if you get 3 points, personal points in the same week, you get $100 bonus. So instead of 226, you actually make $326 up front for 3 customers. Now let's go out to 10 customers to show how this scales. If you went out and got 10 customers, that's $756 in direct commissions. But if those 10 customers were in the same week, why don't you go ahead and add another $500 cab bonus? So that's actually $1,250 upfront income plus $297 a month residual income if those 10 customers are paying their monthly payment. Now, let's say you're more ambitious and you don't just depend on friends and family. You want to take this and scale this. Ways we can do that. We can partner with people who do real estate. They do mortgages. They sell cars. They do solar. They do life insurance. They do taxes. All of those professionals have clients already that are looking for additional services like help with credit, estate planning, or other things that we offer. So what if they start sending you customers and you get to a point in this example where you go out and get 20 customers in the same week? That would be $1,500 in regular commissions. And if it's in the same week, you get a $2,500 bonus for getting 20 personal points in the same week. Plus five, so that's $4,000 up front, just so we're clear. Plus $594 in residual income for those 20 customers continuing to use the service. So I think you understand where this is going. That's already 3 ways that you earn income: upfront commissions, residuals, and the cab bonuses. But let me show you another way to access these same types of commissions. Instead of just referring customers, what if you referred broker bundles, people who want to join the team? They want to earn income and help people too. Well, guess what? You get $100 up front every broker bundle you personally refer, and you get 2 product points. So I hope you're catching on. Remember, in order to get that $2,500 bonus, with customers, you have to get 20 customers because that's 20 points. Well, since we get twice the points here, you can hit that $2,500 bonus if you got 10 broker bundles in the same week, right? So let's give some examples. If you got 1 broker bundle, that's $100 up front, $14.85 a month residual income. But if you got 5 broker bundles in the same week, and a broker bundle just means you're a broker who has the services as well for yourself. And it's just $289 to start with the broker bundle instead of $189. All right. Now we do have other products and things we can offer and other options and different things. It's all in the comp plan in the description, but this is just simplifying our options here. Now, but 5 broker bundles is $500 upfront commissions. If it's in the same week, you get another $500 bonus. You just made $1,000 upfront and then $74 a month residual. And again, if you got 10 brokers, that's $3,500 up front, $148 a month residuals. And by the way, there's no limit on how many customers or brokers or points you can get in a week. You can go past this if you enroll more. So that's already the first three ways we earn income. Here's one final view of how the points and the bonuses work on a weekly basis. It starts over every Sunday for your personal points to earn these bonuses. Okay, very powerful. Now I want to share with you how to move up through the different levels inside of the Freedom Path compensation plan. So let's say we're all brand new. We start off as a commissioned associate. That's the first level we all start. To get your first promotion, you want to move up to junior associate. You want to do this quickly as possible. Now, you could do this with just 3 broker bundles because that's 6 points. You can do it with 5 customers with the Freedom Wealth membership or a combination of both. But either way, you have to have at least 1 personal product point. The other 4 points can come from you or your team, and then you get promoted. Now, to continue, I want to point out something as we on the left side, the right side of the screen before I show you the other levels. In order for you to keep getting promoted or even paid, there's one of 2 ways for you to qualify. You either have to have a personal enrollment during the current month, or you have to have at least 10 personal product points that are active from people you already signed up. So let's say you have enough customers or brokers that are making monthly payments that you personally enrolled, and the ones you already enrolled adds up to over 10 points, then you automatically qualify to get paid and promoted during the new month. All right. So just want to make that clear. Now, to go to senior associate, which is 15 points, you need at least 1 point from you personally, the rest from you or your team. Now, an easy way to do that is 8 broker bundles or 15 customers or a combination of both. Once you're looking to move towards sales director, this is where you want to get to as quickly as possible to start accessing some of the other things we're going to talk about. And also you're well on your way to some great things in the company. But 50 points, here's where there's another rule added from this point on. For these 50 points, now you can count up to 60% of your points from one team. Here's another cool thing. You can get all 50 points yourself too, by the way. So if you just have enough of a network and people that you want to help and get started, and you go out there and get 50 points yourself, sign up 25 broker bundles, you're a sales director. But let's say you also do it with a team. Well, if you have one team and they go out and do 100 points, for example, well, you can count up to 30 of those points towards sales director because 30 points is 60% of 50. The other 20 points have to come from you or your second and third team. All right. Same rule applies for managing director, which is the next promotion. That requires you and your team to get 100 points for the month. Let me also share with you, you get points for all the monthly payments. You don't only get points for the first month they get started. So let's say, any broker bundle that you or anybody from your team enrolled in that broker bundle, that broker is continuing to make those monthly payments. You keep getting 2 points every month they make a monthly payment. You also keep getting 1 point every month for every customer that makes a monthly payment. It makes sense? All right. Now, and you can count up to 60%. All right. Now, for regional director, you need to get to 200 points for the month. You can count up to 60% from one team. After regional director, by the way, regional director is the highest you can go in the comp plan, counting up to 60 points from one team. After that, from executive director and above, you can count up to 40% from one team. So that means you need 3 teams to keep moving up past regional director. Okay, now this requires 450 points. You can count up to, again, 40% from one team. For vice president, I'm not going to go too far past this, but you need 600 points for the month between you and your whole team. You can count up to 40% from one team. All right. So I hope you understand it enough how simple it is. And now we're going to share with you the last 2 bonuses that you understand that. So the fourth way we get paid is called a leadership check match. The way that this works is any broker that you refer, when they go out and earn commissions, you get paid an override because you're the one that referred them to the company. So they're helping grow the company, but they wouldn't have known about the company if it wasn't for you spreading the word. So you get rewarded too. So in this example, let's say you refer me and I go out and earn $1,000 this week. in regular commissions. So you're not going to get a check match on my bonuses. But if I earn $1,000 this week in regular commissions, you're going to get a check match of 10 to 20% of what I earn. So if I made 1,000, you just made 100 to 200 bucks for the week. That's just with me. What if you have 5, 10, 15, 20 brokers over time that, or 100 brokers you referred over time, and every time they got paid commissions on a weekly basis, you got some check match. Let me show you this visually. There's two examples here. On the left side is level one. It says, what if this was you? And then you refer somebody who's on L1, which is level one, meaning you personally referred them. And let's say you have 5 team members on level one that you referred, and they all this week went out and earned $1,000 for the week in commissions. That means they earned a total of $5,000. So your check match when you're new is 10% of that, meaning you would make 500 bucks. But after you get a couple promotions, your check match goes up to 20%. And so instead of 500 bucks in that example, you would make $1,000. And that example is with just 5 team members. What if it was more? Now let's talk about over time. As you move up, you start to not only get this check match on your first level, you also can get this check match on brokers on your second level, third level, and you can go up to 10 levels deep of check matches. In this example, it says, what if you were a vice president and 10 people on your second level earned $1,000 for the week? So that means they earn $10,000 total for themselves, and you get a check match on level two, which is $1,500. So if you add this up in this example, you made $1,000 that week on level one, $1,500 on level two, and there's still more levels that you can earn a check match on. I hope you understand how big this can scale. The more people you help and the more levels you go. All right. Now I want to go down to our last way we earn income, but definitely not the least. This is actually one of the most lucrative parts of our compensation plan. It's called an infinity growth bonus. You achieve this when you and your team get to at least 150 points for the month, and you can count up to 60% of those points from one team. So out of 150 points, 60% of that is 90 points. You would just need another 60 points from your second or third team or your personal points. But once you achieve that, look what happens. You get $1,000 bonus to start the month, and that keeps paying each month. Now, there are some other, small qualifications, but this is basically how it works. And make sure you look up our unity rule inside the comp plan in the booklet. But basically, if you maintain this, boom, this is it. 300 points get you $2,000 a month, and you can count up to 60% from one team. 600 points get you 4,000 a month bonus, and you can count up to 60% from one team. Now, remember that if that's structured properly, that 600 points can also qualify you for vice president. So it's insane. And then you can see how the points keep increasing. The easiest way to recognize this is when the points double, the bonus doubles. Okay. Now, here's another visual. This says, what if you hit 300 points? Okay. And you had up to 60% in team one, which is 180 points, and you had 120 points in team two? That would be a $2,000 monthly bonus. Okay. And it just shows you how that all breaks down. And then at the bottom, it shows you again the different bonus levels. So again, this comp plan is a game changer. And FreedomPath has figured some things out, and they're always working on continuing to make the company better, continue to make the products better, make the experience better for the customers and, of course, the brokers as well. It's a win-win for everybody involved, and I'm so excited that you had a chance to see this. So get back with the person that shared this video with you. Get started, or at least get your questions answered. Even if you have concerns, make sure you get those things taken care of. Go back to who invited you. If you stumbled across this video, then of course, reach out to me. I'll share, help you with any questions that you have or getting set up. Other than that, we look forward to those of you coming on board and becoming a part of the Freedom Path family. We'll see you over the top.